Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Pacific Drive. Give me just one moment here and we'll get into the game. And there we go. There we go. All right. So, where did I leave off? Looks like I've just returned from a drive of some sort. The quest says I have to unlock the bathroom. Okay, so I kind of remember what was going on. Um, we had driven, excuse me, across the wall. I guess it won't let me access this at the moment, so I can't really look at the map. But so we had gone from down here over this way, and had gone through, I think, like right there. I guess that's what these little things are, is just access points to cross the wall. So we had done that. We had gotten into this middle area, which seems very swamp-like. And then we quickly aligned a tower or something like that, and then had to leave. Then once we got back, we could still hear our buddies across the wall, but not Oppie, I think is her name. And so we're currently using this opportunity where she can't hear what's going on to do a little snooping around. Also, I notice that we no longer have a car sitting out here. We have this giant truck, which I'm guessing is just a bit of a story progression. We now have more uh, items that we can get from this per mission than normal. But, alright, so I have to unlock the bathroom, which I think is over here. I that that kind of seems like a spot that I haven't been to. I also think I remember being out here and seeing items inside from out here and had wondered how to get into it. So I guess this is where we're going to do that. Now, hopefully, I don't have to actually remember the password because, well, I don't remember the password. So here we go.
Driver, something you should know about that database? When Arda's funding began to dry up, they handed us our final paycheck with one hand and the same day evacuation orders with the other. Oppie was a higher up, though more entitled than an actual power by that time. She would have known about Arda's plan to close up shop and had enough time to download all the research data before losing access. That data could contain what we need to help you.
Okay, so we're going in here to get some data to, uh, I guess, find out how to get me out of here, or maybe to find out more about what do they call it, the Remnant. So, all right, got. I can flush the toilet, use the sink, use that. Can close the door, I guess. Excuse me. Um, so, maybe that's. Maybe we have to do it in an order or something like, flush the toilet, wash our hands, dry our hands. Oh, there we are. Or maybe we just had to use all three. I don't know. Alright, so nothing specific in like drawings or anything. We've got one of those speakers with the green light on them here. So I Arc dock. I don't think this is what we're looking for. I think it's probably, yeah, the hard drive here. But let me take a look at this. So this looks, I don't know. I mean, usually these things are something you place in the building.
Boy, oh boy, look at all these gizmos in here. Oppie wasn't operating no normal auto shop. A fabrication station. Ooh, a personal vault? I bet there's some good stuff in there.
I'm uncomfortable intruding like this. Can you not?
Hold the phone. There's a machine that prints bobbleheads.
What? Show me.
Okay. I don't know where this machine that prints bobbleheads is, but... Oh, also look at that. There's gasoline outside, so I guess we don't really need to worry about running out. Like, even though that tank looks like it might have a finite supply, we have another one out there as well, so... But, I'm going to set that down on the ground for a moment, because I don't know where it goes. Usually there's like a little arrow pointing to where these things need to be. And we're just going to pick up the hard drive here.
Sorry, driver. We wouldn't have to do this if Oppie were of sound mind. But we can't stand by while she messes up some calculation and kills you.
Sound mind. Oh, right, because they were talking about earlier how back in the day or whatever, she could have done the calculations instantaneously, but helping me go through the whatever it was, the anomaly, she was taking a lot longer to figure things out properly. So, okay, I guess that's where we're heading. All right, send the drive to Tobias and Francis. Well, how do I do that? Oh, you know what? I bet it's the pneumatic tubes. So this is the in one. Oh, hello. We've got some more decals in here. I'll grab those. Now, is this like the trash outside? Maybe I can check it every time I come in? I'll have to keep an eye on that. But I'm guessing out is to send this to them. So, let's see if that works.
Oh, you did it! Hey, you actually did it! Ah, boy howdy, I cannot wait to dig through all this data.
Alright.
As promised, I'll fix Oppie's connection.
Do you read me? Come in. Do you read me?
Loud and clear, you old bat.
I see. The comms clear up suddenly, and I find you two patched into the garage frequency. It all makes sense now.
Yes, it does.
No idea what you're talking about. So, Oppie, what's the plan? You must have some grand scheme, don't you?
Let me get this straight. You hijacked my mission, tapped into my frequency, and now you want to be all buddy-buddy. Not on your life. You think you're hot stuff. Why don't you take the lead then? Get the driver through all by your damn selves.
Did she just hang up on us? Well, guess it's our time to shine. So, Francis, you got any ideas?
Well, we know the driver needs to get to the deep zone, but it's too dangerous to head there directly. We have to zero in on exactly where to go. The signal amplification trick won't work here. The ambient instability is too strong in the mid-zone.
Huh, how indeed. There was one other time where the mass hallucination and the remnants intersected. Drive, I've tagged a route for you. Whenever you're ready, give it a spin.
Alright, so we have a new destination. Reach the marker, which we'll check in a moment, but it looks like, as I suspected, the two groups don't want to work together. to a point where one is willing to just basically cut connections in order to not work with the other group. So I was kind of expecting that, although I was kind of... Oh, got some weather rolling in. I was kind of expecting to have like a choice or something. Like I'd have to choose between Oppie and the other two, but I guess it's just a story progressive. So that's just perfectly fine as well. But at this point, let's take care of the usual things. Get healed up, gas up the car, probably fix some of it up. At least if we're going out and wanting to keep the car together. It looks like only 2 panels need it, but maybe a tire as well. So let's see, I should have some spare putty here. So we'll just throw this right on the hood. And then back left panel. Yeah. And then the others aren't really too damaged. At least not enough to really be worried. Let's... And even... Well, I mean, the tires have a lot of health. I don't know if I really need to be fixing these up or not. Yeah. That should be good for our next trip out. We're at 83%. Well, actually, let's have a look at where we're going. Alright, so we need to head all the way out here, which it says is 6 hours away. But I don't really know. Like, okay, we're gonna have to go here. But that's gonna block this one off. I mean, we can still drive through it, but it'll be like these, where it has extreme conditions, we can't really stay, stuff like that. So, otherwise I could probably... Oh, never mind, I can just go straight there. I was thinking that it wasn't connected, that we'd have to connect through here and then up here. But it looks like we can go directly there. If that's the case, then no stable exits. So we will be driving through a dangerous area, which is, again, is fine. And it looks like we'll need 3 energy to leave this spot. But it looks like we can go straight there. So if that's the case, then it looks like 1, 2, 3. It's going to be a 4 spot trip. Then I am going to go ahead and fix up some of these other parts that are a little lower than others are. Most underrated streamer. I'm surprised that you are not famous. I hope you get big one day. Well, thank you. It'd be nice, but I'm okay with just a small group of people that enjoy what I do. So it'd be nice, but we'll see. One day, maybe we'll get there. And again, thank you. Let's see here. We have... Oh, these 2 things are kind of damaged too, aren't they? So that's these things. I think I'm just going to heal up a few things that look like it can be And then we will maybe just take some of this putty with us. Just in case we need to repair something on the way. And I suppose even at this point, maybe I should just load up a few bits and scraps. So I should unload all of this too. Maybe I should just load up a few things that would be good for like crafting some fix-it stuff, that sort of thing. Alright, I can go there. And then, what else needs fixing? A fender. We have 4 left, so we'll do the fender. We'll do the bumper. And I guess the 2 headlights. That should use all of the putty. Let's see if we have any more in storage. Oh, there's some. So we'll take this. Oh, never mind. I already have some in there. Well, I'll just keep this here. Also, I need to check here, because we have 9 stable points that we can upgrade with. So, what do I want to upgrade? Now, there was something that required like 8 plasma. I don't know if I have it at the moment, but let's see what we have available. So, this is the fax machine, which I think we have things that can be stored in that. This we can't get until we have unstable energy. Same with that. This we can get, which is what we needed the 8 plasma for to begin with. Alright, so integrated thermosap heat sinks allow the antenna to be activated multiple times before overheating. Well, let's get that and see what it does. Alright. And this one is pointing it out to us. So, this one that's on the floor might be for my car rather than for the base, if it's not giving us one of those waypoints. So I guess this is going up top. Probably attaching to the old antenna that we put up earlier. Or just replacing the entire thing. Okay. So now the antenna can do more, which I'll check out in just a moment. Not sure where to check it out though. Maybe it's the map that I'm supposed to use it with. But let's see what else we have here, because that just opened up a couple more things. But that requires unstable energy. That one requires corrupted energy. Unstable. Stable. What is this one? A sorting system that will take your tidy present into a more organized future. The transfer trunk will be filled with collected items before being deposited. Oh, for the vacuum thing. Okay, so that sounds like when I activate this, it won't just store everything in here, it'll actually put it in the trunk. I don't think I need that at the moment, though. Otherwise, we have expanded storage. We're not quite full up yet. So, for this stuff, I guess, can wait. Tools, though. Let's see what we have. We have an anchor radar. So it allows, this looks like it's a handheld thing. Looks kind of like a ray gun of some sort. So I'm guessing this allows us to find out where the anchors are before we are shown. I don't know if that's great. Like, I don't see a point to that, but maybe there is. Maybe it allows us to go to certain areas better equipped or something. I don't know. A lot of these seem like there's two different things to be thinking about. There's the replayability where you go out, collect a whole bunch of stuff, come back multiple times and build up your strength. And then there's the story side of things where it doesn't seem like you need as much. And right now, I'm just kind of running along with the story because until I have yet to encounter a route that I've had to return from before completing it. So I kind of feel like going out and getting all this extra stuff isn't really necessary quite yet. But then it might not be. It might just be for the replayability of going to different places. So these require energy I don't have. This is the hand vac. I still have one of these. So until mine breaks, I don't really see the need for this. Light replacement kits. I have not needed to worry about lights yet. A blowtorch, which uses unstable energy. I have one in the trunk, haven't used it yet. So I think tools are okay for now. Lights. Side floodlights. I don't think I really need those. Relightable flare. I've got a couple of flare guns sitting in storage. So I don't know. I don't think I need a lot of this stuff. I could get insulated headlights though. I mean, I am running into a lot of electricity out there. So, oh, but it requires an advanced workbench. Where was the advanced workbench? Is that this one? It is. Okay, so I need 3 unstable energy before I can do that. I think I've encountered that last time I was looking at this tree. And then here we have, again, insulated, armored, and lead plated. And the lead ones, like, I don't know if I need... Oh, I can't get the lead ones anyway. Armor is also unstable energy. Okay, never mind then. As far as tires go, I know I don't have unstable energy, but I'm just kind of looking at what the difference is. So right now we're using the off-road tires, 250 health, 300 health, all-terrain. Passable job on all surfaces. Okay, so it's an A on all, whereas this would be a double A and a B. So yeah, I kind of think this would be an upgrade, but again, unstable energy is what we need. This one's water specific. This one's puncture proof. It's not, it's just like a normal tire. Nope, those are ACC. Blocks flat, blocks blown out. But they are just normal road tires. I haven't really needed to worry about flats and blowouts or anything like that, but maybe that's something that will happen soon. So we'll keep that in mind as well. Expansion racks, I think I have to buy each one separately, so I only want to buy them if I have something that I want to expand. These things we don't have energy for. Battery requires unstable. This one's stable. Mini turbine. So when it's windy, you can recharge the battery. This just seems like being able to recharge our battery for different types of weather. This is a battery expansion, I think, which goes in a back seat. Have I used all of the back seat areas? I have this, which is a fuel tank. And over here, whoops, I have nothing. So I could do that. I could get more of battery. We have run low several times, but we haven't run out. So that would require a seat rack. And we also have a roof rack. One, that's two. Let me see what else there is first. Because these all look like they require different racks to be placed in as well. So we have jump jacks. So I'm guessing this would allow me to jump over things, but probably would still do damage to the car, I would assume, unless it also comes with like shocks and whatnot that would prevent jumping damage. A resource radar could be interesting. Uses battery energy to find out resources nearby. Auto parker, I didn't really think I needed. I'm okay with manually parking. And then engine. 8-cylinder, right. More health. Right, more health, less miles per gallon, more horsepower. So I'm guessing we can drive faster. At this point, I do have the spare, and I think this, let's see, that's 2.5. That's 4.5. Be 8.5. So we only have 8.1. I have a feeling that this might need a lot of stuff to build. So I am going to go with the battery. Well, do I want the engine? I mean, I do. I do have the extended fuel tank, so I'm not as worried about the 14 miles per gallon. Let's do this. Let's get the battery. And then, with whatever energy we collect on this next trip, we'll get the engine. So we need a seat rack for this. This will go in the right seat. Hold on. Oh wait, no. I want this in the right seat because this is the rack itself. Alright. So now that that's there, can I move this over to that side? Because that's the side that you're normally gassing up with anyway. And it's still full. Excellent. And then this side will be the battery, since we don't need to have gas on that side. Alright, battery. Our lead acid battery. I didn't even think to check to see if I had the materials for it, because seeing that this is going to take 12 of the 13 lead platelets. Well, we know how to get more platelets. so that's okay. This is going to go right here. Now we have a lot of energy, right? We now have 80, and I don't know what this other 80 is. Like, all I've been worried about is the red number. I don't know what the yellow number is. Maybe that's just to tell me what the maximum is, so I know how much I have out of how much. Oh, but that other thing that's on the ground might be for an ability. So, like the last one or the first one we put on here, but that doesn't look like that's where that goes. Ah, here we are. I see. We now put it down there. Alright, so what does that do then? Is that actually something here? If I were to use it... ArcDoc. Limb enhanced first aid attention on the go. Oh, so it'll heal me when I use it. Enhanced version of the ARC device is able to administer rudimentary pain relief and first aid to the occupants of the driver's seat. However, the energy this requires will put a substantial drain on the battery. Still remain unsure if this device is a work of genius, is extremely illegal, stolen technology, or is something. Sure, I'll do that. And if we look at this, so this is 2 per activation. This is 0.01 per second. So very minimal. Never used it, but still. And this one holds 4 energy per second. So this is also a heal over time. Okay. So it's quite expensive. I may just stick to my canned food. But, you know, I could run out. Alright, so we are pretty much healed up, ready to go. We've spent pretty much all our points. I guess it's just to go on the road now. I'll get a drink. Alright. Let's just go here. So we're gonna have to make this trip somehow. Like, it won't let us go there, it seems, but we can go here, which is fine. We might end up stopping along the way again. That seems to be what we do every time. And then I could take an extra trip out this way, maybe? I don't know. Maybe I can't go that way. Alright, so our destination, since it is a quest, is perpetually stable, which is good. On the way, we have some dangerous area, which is corrosive waterways, so stay out of the water, I guess. Pernicious pickpockets. Okay, so I'm guessing the area-specific abductor things are going to be a little more wary. And then Swift Storm. Oh, but it does look like these areas have unstable energy. whereas these have stable energy. Okay, so maybe we'll get some unstable energy on along the way as well. I forgot we do have like some steel panels and doors in here if we need them. Probably should have thought of that before just repairing everything. Oh well. Oh, and I need to empty out all the items. Don't want to go in with a full inventory after all. Alright, so put that in there. Oops. Oh, and paint also needs to go in here. I do need to sort through that, I think. This thing goes here. Nope, didn't want to do that yet. This thing goes here. So let's have a little look. Got the Cowabunga and mixtape. We also added the flower power. I'm good. Then, of course, all the normal stuff to put away as well. There's all that. There's that. Put that in there as well. Alright. I think... Oh, wait. We only have 12 flares. Let's stock up on those. So there we go. Those can go there. Alright. I think we're ready to head out, finally. And away we go. Shouldn't be too bad, but we do have at least 4 stops to go. Probably 5 or 6. So as I said, we usually get stopped halfway through this, right there. And yeah, as usual, it's just a drive-through. So we're not going to spend any time here. We could, but there's nothing that I really am interested in getting here. There might be a few things. Oh, I didn't pack any basic materials. So if I do need to grab some, or if I do need to build something for fixing,
Driver, sorry about all that mess with Oppie. There's no question, Oppie is a once-in-a-generation genius. I've watched her manipulate wavelengths with nanometer precision without batting an eye. So, yeah, to see her go from being the sharpest person in the room to what she is now is disappointing. This place, it leeches away your sanity day by day. So for Oppie to live here in complete isolation, locked away with only bad memories and expired medication, nothing good comes of that.
I'd feel a hell of a lot better if I knew why she suddenly cares so much about the remnants.
Okay. So, I mean, it seems like they're not completely at odds. It's more that she is at odds with them for some reason. And we're not really sure why. Oh, this is actually a one of the good cars that I want. So let's break this off. It's a little dark to see. Get the trunk, see if there's anything good that we want, like that. seems about it. Well, I should grab some of this stuff.
Speaking of Oppie, you're not gonna like this, Francis, but I'm starting to think we can't do this alone. Look, it's not that I doubt our abilities, but no one knows the zone like that old bat.
You heard what she said. She'll sabotage this remnant before helping us.
Right. Well, she'll come around to our charms.
No, she won't. Nothing in the 13 years we spent in R&D proof that she's open to working with anyone.
She dug her heels in so deep that she wrestled everyone down into the grave with her. I can't be involved if she is.
Oh, okay. Well, scratch.
What are you talking about? This is the entire reason we stayed behind, to write the record of the zone. Not about the experiments and the technology, but to tell the legends of the land.
I don't want anything to do with her. I don't want to talk to her. I don't want her advice. I don't want to hear her goddamn voice.
This isn't like you. What's going on, Francis? Is there something I should know?
No.
All your work in Lim R&D, all the time you spent, your entire career, your entire life. You sacrificed it all for Ada, and how did they thank you? With a black hole in your resume, when you can't tell anyone what you did. You couldn't even tell people where you wiped your ass for 10 years. So no, I'm not letting this go. Not for me, but especially not for you.
That's not... Never mind.
You know, sometimes I wonder, how much of you staying here was actually to hunt these legends? Or if it was because you had nowhere else to go.
Alright, so maybe it's more of the scientists that have a bad view of things. So, oops, wrong button. Because, like, some of them are scientists. The other guy seems to be like maintenance or something like that. Is this gas cylinder? Okay, cool. So maybe he's going to be more of a mediator to get them to work together, or maybe that's something that I'm gonna have to do as a player. Not that I can really do anything other than, you know, go on drives, because it seems like I'm a silent protagonist after all. Or maybe, you know, my character doesn't exist. Maybe the car is these guys are talking to. I don't know. I mean, look, I don't... Well, no, I mean, I am leaving the car and having to do things and whatnot, so... I don't know, I'm just spitballing ideas. Alright. Now we've made it to the first spot. Oh, right, this is extreme conditions, overcharged electricity. Oh, no, it's not that bad. I don't necessarily need these. That is a ways out. Yeah, Let me have a look. Like, that looks like it's going to be completely off the road and probably a slope to deal with. Let me see how bad of a slope. Oh, keep doing that. I don't think I want to drive that. But I do still want, like, tape over here. So if I do that, I guess I don't really get a distance marker. I'll have a distance marker on the way back. But unless I hear like the siren saying that the storm is closing in or something, I think I'm just gonna grab this and go back to the car. Not much else out here that I need to worry about. Unless I see some, like, pneumatic tubes to loot, or some of those lead things, which I may encounter. Hopefully, I don't have to worry about going too far away from the car. Suppose I could also just run to the nearest road after getting this and teleport the car to me. Because I think that was an option. It uses like a certain amount of battery power or something like that. Because I think to the south there was a road closer than just running back to the car. Because yeah, at this point we are half a kilometer away from the car. Sorry, saw something colorful in the forest. Thought I'd take a look. And I know, what am I doing? This is a driving game. Why am I on my feet? Because I didn't want to drive through all this. Alright, this looks like destination. You know, a good 3/4 of a kilometer away. Let's grab this. And let's play it. File number 2, part 2.
Here's what we know. Over 50 years ago, in November of 1946, Dr. Ophelia Turner was 27. She had recently returned home to the Olympic Peninsula to lick her wounds after a failed stint in academia. In a fit of obsession or redemption, or, quite frankly, both, she cobbled together a laboratory in her basement and produced the first limb wave on nothing but a killer hunch and plain ingenuity. Or so the story goes. It's never clearly stated anywhere what limb waves and limb technology really were. It's all vague claims and wild theories, dreams that border more on the mystical than the scientific. What we do know is that limb stood for unlimited frequency. Radio waves, once souped up and modulated just right, supposedly enabled the control of matter in a way that modern science both back then and now could only dream of. After Dr. Turner's discovery, she and a few friends, scientists and PhDs all, toyed with limb in their garage labs for about 4 years. The local police and fire departments start making regular house calls, spurred on by increasingly disgruntled neighbors calling in about incidents that seem to grow larger and more disturbing as the years go on. After one too many reports, the federal government takes notice, and thus begins their severe interest in limb technology. The next part happens quickly. In 1955, the United States government seizes not only the physical area where Dr. Turner and her scientists live, but the entire concept of limb technology. The area is at first evacuated under the pretense of safety, but quickly commandeered by the government. They establish a brand new department called ARDA, Advanced Resonance Development Authority, which was to be headed by Dr. Turner herself. Over the next 15 years, the government expands the zone's borders. They clear out civilians as they go and erect massive 500-meter walls to keep out an increasingly curious public. The zone started in the northernmost tip of the peninsula, then expanded outward twice. Once in 1961, again in 1967, to the outer perimeter we see now.
Okay. And we're getting a bit of a glitch going on. Not sure what's going on there. But a little more backstory. So, like I said, they expanded 3 times total. So I guess that's for each of the major walls that have been put up. And just like so many other things, it seems like it started, you know, just in her garage, and you know, she got some friends together, started working on some more things, and then, you know, the government takes wind of it and continues from there. But we're still missing a lot of teams, so we're going to keep an eye out for that. We're going to get them whenever we can. I mean, if I'm going to spend the time to run 3/4 of a kilometer away from the car, then that's pretty much as far as I'm ever going to have to go. Then I can probably spend some time to get the other ones as well. But, you know, only if we come across them. It also seems like there is a limit to how far the car can teleport, so that kind of sucks. I was hoping I could just bring the car over to the other side of the road, pick up those energies, and then just go to the next place from there. Since I can't teleport it that far, we're just going to go back to the car and go to the next area, because I'm sure I'll be able to find enough energy at some point along the trip. And, you know, stable energy isn't necessarily the kind of energy that I want to get. These are what I want, though. This is some lead shielding. So we can get some lead pieces here. Oh. Well, never mind. We can get a lead piece. Unless this pneumatic tube over here happens to have another shredder for us. Nope. Oh, we'll take those. I keep hitting the wrong button. Like, I have sprint as one button, crouch as the other. Apparently, I have just the opposite setup in another game I play, so I keep hitting crouch to sprint. So, apologies for that. Alright, I need to make another scrapper, but I don't have the plastic. So, we'll just keep an eye out for that. Glad I didn't leave the car running this entire time. That would have been bad. And away we go. Just gonna drive down the road, take a right. Do not drive over the spikes on the ground. Although I have a feeling I'm going to do that eventually. Avoid the electricity. Yeah. Oop, oop. A little bit of a bump. Everything's okay. On we go. And our battery is staying fully charged because it's raining, which is nice. Oh, there's a storm rolling in, and I drove past the point where I wanted to turn. And I suppose I could have kept going and go after the energy, but again, don't need it right now. We'll grab some other things. There's a bunch of lead right there that I can't get because I broke the scrapper. Forgot to bring spare parts. And then our turn is right here. There we go. Storm is going to miss us. Oh, there's a road sign. Nobody was using it anyway. I still find it funny that they have all these paved roads, but they put all these obstacles in the middle of it so you can't actually drive on the paved road. You have to actually go off-road. Alright, so we're going to go into darkness. We're going to have anomalous clouds, whatever that is. And we know of almost everything that's going to be here. So, hopefully it'll still be raining, and then I'll turn the lights on and we won't have to worry about running out the battery. Alright, so there is no road here. Darkness, clouds, and we don't have a road to follow. So, I'm going to just mark this down here. Luckily, it's mostly flat through here. And we're just going to go off-roading. Again, not many roads to work with, so I don't know why the standard tires are, like the game says, yeah, use these. These are what you want. Meanwhile, I'm just like, no, they aren't. You know, we're almost always off-roading wherever we go. Driving through a bit of this. That's okay though. Just a little bit of damage to everything. Not too bad. Oh yeah. Let's turn on the lights so I can see where I'm going. Alright, we're just, driving along the same line that guy is. Surprised he didn't hit us. I know he's stuck to a line, but I didn't see that line. So, okay, just, that's our destination. Then we'll head, oh, gotta be careful on the bumps. Don't want to damage engine too much. Watch out for the sharp hedgehogs that decide to roaming through the area. Actually, this isn't anything marked on the map. Let me take a look at this. Just have a basketball court sitting here. The basketball. TV. I'll take some paint. Let's see what's over here. Nothing. Okay. I just wanted to have a look at this because it's an unmarked area in the middle of the map. Could have been something neat. I mean, it is something neat. I haven't seen anything like it in the game yet. So, alright. Gonna go pick up this energy, then we'll head east and exit. Oh, we've got a few these things. Oh. They got me. There we go. that off. Yeah. Okay. And get our lights back on. Plow through a couple of trees. Yeah. And here's a bit of a slope. So be a little careful. Don't want to go too fast or start rolling out of control. There's another thing. Oh, that one's actually probably a marker of some sort. No, that's another basketball court. So let's head over here. We're slowly burning through our battery, but maybe we'll get some rain to recharge it along the trip. Oh, and we are actually at that destination, so let's turn a bit, get ourselves fairly far from the electrical stuff. Then we'll go get this energy. And hopefully this will be enough to allow us to buy the new engine. And we might test out that ability to heal myself using the car's battery if it starts raining again. Otherwise, we're down to 7, and the car waves in, saying hello. Alright, let's have that as our destination. That's where the road is once again. Sorry. Tried to combine again and more, so it just ended up mangling both. We're going through a bit of a forested area at this point. And we're not the only ones. Looks like somebody else tried to. And there's another tried. Don't really need fuel at this point, though. I think that was a fuel truck. There we are, back out into the open area. Just kind of looking to see what's around. Alright, back on the road we go. Our walls are a 2. But they told you to evacuate, some of these signs make it seem like the people were trapped. There is a dangerous thing coming along here somewhere. There it is. Didn't want to cross it until I saw it was there. Because you know if you don't see it, you're going to cross, and it's going to be right there, slicing into the car. That's just how it works. Alright, here we go. Alright, can stop here, or we can go directly there. This... still just... oh, this is the wall crossing. I think I'd rather just go straight here avoid everything here, and go on to our next destination. So this one, we're just driving through. We're not stopping for anything. We probably shouldn't stop for anything. Alright, so that being said, I'm gonna put the brakes on and check the logbook to see what these things are. Nope, that's the wrong one. So corrosive waterways. The groundwater is almost pure acid. Rivers and lakes will inflict substantial corrosive damage. So stay out of the water. Anomalous clouds. Okay, so more cloud-related hazards. Pernicious pickpockets. Anomalies known for stealing things are even more larcenous in this part of the zone. Okay, so maybe they'll just steal more. So I definitely want to stay away from those things. As far as this goes... Is that a bridge or a tunnel? I mean, it looks like we have to do a loop-to-loop. But if this is a bridge, I might just go down the slope. And by the looks of it, it's a bridge. But we'll see how dangerous the slope is once we get there. Alright, so that's probably a pickpocket. Going to stay away from it. Or not. I guess it took part of the car. Okay, hold on. So can I then pick this up? Like that? That seems like it would have done something. To me, that seems like it's going to take something knowing that I'm going to want it back, and then it's going to do something when I do. But this is definitely the bridge. So let's have a look over here. That's not so bad. At least it doesn't look bad at the moment. Let's just take a quick detour off to the side. I'm just gonna go down this way. After all, we do have the off-road tires. We'll aim for... Oh! Not the dangerous areas. Okay, may have dented the car a little bit, but that's okay. Just lost something. I don't know what though. Like, what did it take? Oh, storm's rolling in. What is this? Oh, it took my generator. It can take the side things. Well then, I will have to be a little more careful about that. Oh, we're just hitting all sorts of things. that. Ow. What is going on? I'm having a hard time walking around for some reason. Alright. Maybe that's a swamp thing that's going on. I don't know. So we need to go this way. And yes, I know I took a few dings and scratches there. But let's get out of here before it gets too dangerous. We'll take care of things when we reach the next spot. Go this way, and there's the road. Okay, a little bit more damage. We've got some cracked windows, damaged bumper, but that seems to be the worst of it. We're not actually, storm's not approaching that quickly. Go and grab this pneumatic thing. Don't want to stay out here too long because it seems like it is harmful. And away we go. It's only a little dangerous. I only lost, half my health. Alright, don't drive through those if you can help it, I guess. And here we are at the exit. One last look around, make sure there's nothing I need. And we'll do some proper repairs in the next area. All this because I wanted to take a little bit of a shortcut. Isn't that just how it goes, though? Alright, Battery Farm, Artisite, the Myers, Mid-Zone. There's a
Are you ready, driver? Okay, first off, I've loaded up 3 locations on your ARC device map. You see them? Head to whichever strikes your fancy.
You sending them to the Visions?
Sure am. We're gonna use this.
My optical basilizer. We shouldn't use that.
Why not?
I mean, it's been decades. No way that thing is in any sort of working shape.
I've been fixing her up in secret, and I'm sorry. Don't be mad. It's gonna be a surprise for your birthday. Oh, I've gone ahead and made an itty-bitty modification to your headset, driver.
Oh boy.
I've hooked up the basilizer here to modulate your scan function. Think of it like an extra layer of mayonnaise on your technology sandwich.
Okay.
What are you using the basilizer for?
Yeah, good question.
No spoilers. We have to tell the story from the beginning. Driver, get ready to feast your eyes on the Visions.
Alright, so I'm guessing we're gonna be getting a bunch of backstory here, because the Sasquatch mural reminds me that there was some incident. The painter. Alright, let's listen to that. No, it's this. Alright, it's gonna be a little tricky. There we are.
So we told you about the mass hallucination. Hundreds of people, 30 seconds of crazy, yada yada. But there was one instance where that event and the remnants intersected. The story of Laura Cesari. Laura worked at ARDA as an executive secretary. She put in her hours, but she spent her evenings with a real passion. Painting. When the hallucination event swept through, Laura was overtaken like everyone else. But for her, the visions didn't stop. She tried painting them, but grew frustrated at her inability to recreate what she saw. Now at first, Anna wrote her off as one of the many whose brains got scrambled by what they saw. Until Laura stumbled across a rusty can of paint in the woods. It was a remnant. Once she started using this paint, the visions in her paintings began to come true. She painted feverishly for over a year, chasing the visions the entire time. Until the day the paint ran empty.
And then she disappeared. Like all remnant holders do.
Now that we know the remnants and the mass hallucination are related, maybe Laura's visions can help us out.
Alright. A little... Yeah, I was worried about that. Probably not the best place to park, although... those reach pretty far. So... maybe I'll just... yeah... drive up this way a little more. And just... walk a little further. I'll park by this. I'm gonna need to. Alright. Not sure what's going on here.
This is where your theory comes in, Francis. You tell him. Oh, look at me babbling away. Francis, you explain it. It's so good.
No, it's just...
I'd rather not.
Mom, we talked about this. You should be proud of your word. Toot your own horn.
Not this time.
Okay, well, Francis's theory, his entire branch of research was that the zone exhibits a property seen nowhere else on Earth. Every phenomena that occurs here leaves its fingerprint forever on the physical space. So he created this device to pick up on these sub-physical after effects. How did you explain it? It was like identifying a whale's favorite color using only the wake it leaves behind. The rest was science mumbo-jumbo.
It's a form of electromagnetic imprint. Anyway, it was a long time ago.
And what a better time than now to try it again.
Okay. Sorry, I wasn't sure what was going on there. Something started giving me weird electrical stuff. Might have been an anomaly that I didn't see. Might have been an anomaly that I haven't seen yet. Like, as in scanned, so I didn't know it actually was one. Or, no, it's just something that I'm gonna have to be on the lookout for. Ow. That's not good. Alright, let's see what's in the truck. Danger. Oh, okay. Got all of that. Oh, I'm just standing in radioactive area. Okay. I'll eat some food when we get back. Oh, this one's a red one. Unstable energy. Okay. Okay. Let's head back to the car. And we're gonna have to heal ourselves up once we get there. I think I have some healing kits in the trunk, so it shouldn't be too bad. Also, I suppose this is making anomalies appear as well. So I should be careful about that too. There we go. Let's grab one of these. Actually, let's store all of this. Grab one of these. No, that's not what I want to do. I did that wrong. Let's go grab it. Ow, ow, ow. Ow, ow, ow. Okay. There. Now... There we go. I just hit the wrong button. That's all. Alright. Still need to get... I think... enough for a scrapper. And we still don't have any plastic. Let's see here. I think I'm gonna just drive down the road to here. We'll see if we can pick up those two things. And then that might be a good amount of energy. Although if all of these are unstable energy, maybe I should just grab all. I do have the time. After all, there's no hurry that I know of. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Car will be just fine right up here for a bit. Maybe. Yeah. Oh, but let's mark these on the map so I don't miss them or go too far or something. Alright. This away. I can see it right there. And there's probably another one further back, somewhere over there. Maybe that. Oh, this one's... This is corrupt. This is... Well, don't mind if I do. Hey, now. Oh, is this what I was dealing with before? I need that. Maybe one of those were floating about, pulling me every which way that I didn't see. I don't know. But it seems like these are no more dangerous to hold than any of the other ones. Still at 2.5. We'll put that there. We'll go after the next one. I didn't think I'd find those energy types out here. That kind of makes it more likely that I should start looking at all of these and making sure that each one isn't just corrupted or unstable, or whichever one is the lower form. That sounds... Oh, okay. It's way over there. Oh, that one almost hit me. I've got some tourists over here. This one's also corrupted. Okay, well. Bringing this back again. Staying away from the explosive globs. There's like a bubblegum thing somewhere, but I don't see it at the moment. Alright, so looks like I'm gonna have to heal up again when I get back to the car. I'm finally making use of a lot of these healing items. You know, I never thought that I would start making use of them, at least how I have been playing up to this point. So I'm kind of glad that we're getting to a point where I do need them. And it could also be that I'm just being very careless about how I do this. Alright, so that's gonna heal me up. Get in the car. Where next? Guess down here. We're almost to half a tank. So I should kind of... Is there a place to fill up here? Doesn't look like it. So I may have to keep an eye out for like a gas truck or something. Or those little gas cans that are sometimes sitting all over the place. Alright, looks like we have a bunch of tourists. And another one of those things. So we're gonna do this. And go for... Actually, I need this plastic, don't I? So we're gonna grab all of this time. Because I need to make a scrapper. Where did the rest of it land? On that side. Okay. Don't want to walk in that thing. That will toss me up into the air. It's probably not enough plastic, though. But there was... Well, there's this. I'm just gonna grab all of that. There's another batch of guys over here. Of course, this entire area is still radiated, so I'm just, you know, standing around in a radiated area, just picking stuff up on a slow pace. Alright, back to the car. We'll make ourselves another scrapper. Because I think I have enough at this point. Yeah, there we go. Alright. On we go, before we get ourselves into more trouble. Alright, so I don't want to park on the turn. Maybe after the turn, because this is all radiated through here. So yeah, right here should be good. We'll mark the further one first, because that's the big one. Alright, don't go into the hot spot. Let's go this way. Bunch of tourists standing around again. I'm gonna leave this batch alone. I say that, but they decide to explode on their own. What's this? Yeah, first aid kit. Wonderful. Oh, this is not good. Grab this. Get out of there. 'Cause that definitely stacks. Ow. Nope. Nope. Not sure what to do when those guys get a hold of me. Guess they just hold on for a little bit and let go. But it's definitely not good. Still, more unstable energy. That's what I'm here for. They didn't follow. And I have another healing kit. Alright. Hold on. Turn that off. Nothing else is on, so I think my car is starting to get a few quirks. Might have to take a look at it back in the shop. You know what? I'm gonna leave that one because there's a lot of bad stuff over there. I'm not gonna go back for it. I can get some later if I need to. Yeah, definitely developing some quirks. Let's go here first, I guess. Since we're right at the road to go this way anyway. Let's see what's over here. This is, I don't know what order these are in, so hopefully, I don't think we're gonna watch them in this correct order. I think I might end up watching these backwards. Hopefully they're not, hopefully I don't have to rely on the first one to understand the third one. So I'm guessing it's this big building that everything's attached to. I'll just park here. Hopefully that glob stays away. Now I'm wondering if, like, outside things are a good thing to have anymore. Whatever. And that can stay on for a bit. Alright, we're supposed to go over here and scan this. This is the doorway mural. So let's have a look.
The inverting doorway.
Ugh. I don't like this one. Hey, is it just me or did this mural look different before?
Probably the instability messing with the paint over time. It's been decades after all.
Something's definitely off. Hey, where's our old notes from when we took a field trip out that way? Driver, why don't you go ahead to the next one while we investigate this?
Does it change when I look away? Or is it just all of this stuff that appeared? Beware the doorway. Beware the door.
I can't even look at it. Francis, you explain it.
And maybe you've already seen them, driver. A freestanding bright blue door in its frame, out in the wilderness with nothing around it.
Nope.
If you do see one, don't get anywhere close to it.
I don't want to talk about it.
He was pretty close to a doorway when it opened. It's called the inverting doorway. When the door is shut, it's safe. But once in a while, it opens, and everything near it is turned inside out. Its victims are mostly bears, squirrels, and birds.
They all go through hell. Meat and bones on the outside, fur and feathers on the inside. It's not fun to see. Once, a group of hikers didn't heed the warning, and
No, we're done here, driver. If you see one, you stay away from it. That's all you need to know. Let's go.
Okay. So, doorways, not good. I've not seen one. I've not seen one open either. But by the sounds of it, if I had been driving around enough, it's possible that I could have come across one. Alright, on to the next spot. It looks like we do have enough energy to escape if we need to. But that's not the plan. The plan is to complete things. Alright, we're back up here again. Driving around. And I think that there are some things I'm supposed to be, collecting out here, out and about. But, again, a lot of this seems like it's for the kind of driving around exploring type thing, less about just following the story. So maybe I can do without a lot of the things. We'll see. Now this one is kind of over this way. I'm just try to drive to all of these now. Now we'll go around whatever these things are. They're okay in the water. So this one might be the Great Pile-Up mural. I don't know. What's this one? I mean, I suppose it could be the Sasquatch. Yep.
Ah, the Bigfoot mural. My personal favorite. Oh, did you see that, Francis? Oh boy, Francis, look. Look here, it's different from our sketch when we visited in '82.
It's all scrambled, but the shape seems familiar. If you tilt your head, doesn't that kind of look like Mount Olympus?
Oh, Francis, you flippin' genius! It absolutely is. Wait, let's look back at the first one. What's different there?
That shape right there, is that Hook Valley?
Holy smokes! Oh, wait, pull up all the topographical maps of the peninsula.
If we look around the areas where you'd get that view of Mount Olympus. See, Francis? I told you your basilizer would work.
I don't think this is the Basilisers doing.
Driver, we're onto something. Get to that third vision.
Okay. Wonder if, like, these would change. Oh. Hold on. I have another thing to listen to.
Driver, if you come across a mushroom like the one in the mural, do not eat it. No matter how tasty it might look.
You're speaking from personal experience. And let me tell you, it wasn't pretty.
Oh, just thinking about it makes me want to puke all over again. You've probably passed the biogenerators by now. They're our source of power in the mid-zone, and one of the best demonstrations of renewable limb tech. Yes, these battery farms keep our lights on, but more importantly, they're also the only place in the entire zone where anomalized mushrooms grow.
And guess who turned out to be the world's biggest fan of those mushrooms? Bigfoot itself. And the vision foretold its arrival in the zone.
It started when those pods hanging from the battery farms were found chewed up. At first, they blamed it on the local wildlife. This was back when we used to have some. Then, the sightings of 10-foot-tall creatures started. That didn't attract much attention on their own.
Not until the first footprints were found. The Olympic Peninsula has always had a collection of Bigfoot sightings. But they were rare until Bigfoot had its first taste of the anomalized mushrooms. Then it couldn't stay away. And that's when the Squatches came knocking. They jumped the walls, set up camp, and they got to investigating. Once they learned of the Sasquatch's appetite for these mushrooms,
They cultivated entire farms of the stuff.
For months, they propagated mushrooms and set traps. And for months, evidence mounted that Sasquatch was making its rounds and evading those traps. Until one night, the experts disappeared.
Bigfoot got them, no question.
Come on, all 8 at once? How is that possible?
Never get in the way of a hungry Sasquatch. So
Right.
about that last vision.
Alright, not sure what that alarm was. Alright, so mysterious helmsman.
No, I'm telling you, the helmsman never made it out of the zone. He died here.
Not this again. I still don't know why you're so convinced he existed in the first place.
Driver, back me up here. This is how the story goes. It was the winter of '72. A ship set sail down the Columbia River 100 miles east of here. The helmsman was overcome by bad weather, and while in a particularly foggy patch, the boat hit something, and the impact threw him from the deck. When he woke up, he was on a boat on this very lake, smack in the middle of the zone, with no idea how he got there. He had with him a ridiculous amount of cash and paid anyone and everyone to get him out of the zone. But no matter how he tried to leave, on foot, in a transport, he would always head into a fog and reemerge on another boat. At last count, the great pileup was 20 boats high and 30 boats wide.
A limb duplication glitch, nothing more.
And you, of all people,
Blaming Limb Tech instead of a good old-fashioned mystery?
it doesn't add up.
Arda's favorite pastime was carting people out of the zone. How could someone actually fail to escape? And a mysterious man with a backpack full of cash, and the one place he can't spend it. Seems awfully fishy to me.
Alright, so we got down a little early, it seems. Yeah, something's going on with the car. I definitely need to get it looked at once I'm back at the garage. Which means I'm gonna forget about it by the next time I stream. So, might have a bunch of glitches in the car next stream too. Maybe will. I'm not gonna get them fixed before next stream, that's for sure. So, alright, on to the next one. Apparently, we got the story for that one before we even reached it. Which is a little odd, I think. But whatever. Alright, at this point we're too close to all of the exit points. So we may need to do some driving before we can exit. Unless, of course, we're going somewhere else. Which I hope not, because the car is getting pretty battered at this point. Let's point it this way, park here, and have a look at this last mural. Okay, I guess it's funny. I was thinking like a big ship of some sort that he kept appearing on, but no, this looks like it was just a little boat. I don't know why.
The Great Pile Up. You know, if you catch the mural at the right angle, when the moon is right overhead, you can spot the helmsman's body in one of the boats.
No chance. It's a paint smudge, nothing more.
Believe me, it's true. I've seen it.
Oh, is this supposed to look like...
Oh, bingo!
See that pattern in the last mural? That flower only grows above a certain elevation. Put the three locations together, and you've got a square mile in the northeast corner of the deep zone. Huh. The visions were pointing towards something the entire time.
Hey, Oppie. You can stop pretending to ignore us now. Take a look at this fine work. We've pinned down the location for the source
Of the mass hallucination. That's where the driver needs to go.
Well, what do you know?
Well, I knew the basilizer worked. What did I tell you, huh?
He still doesn't know, Francis.
Know what? Uppy?
Not my story to share.
Alright, interesting. And at this point there is no...
My theory, and that basilizer, they're illegitimate.
Wait, what are you saying?
I built that device to prove my imprint theory, and it was on the verge of getting the results I needed. But my research funding was running out. So, I forged the data. Not much, just enough to justify more time. I was so close. I knew the breakthrough was right around the corner. But Arda found out. That's why I was reassigned and my clearance revoked.
Wait, you told me you changed labs voluntarily.
8 years of research with nothing to show for it, and then for that to happen, I couldn't face you.
That doesn't mean your theory is wrong. I still think there's something to it. There's a common thread with some of the remnant stories, like the telephone switchboard, the ones that seem to recall the past somehow. Maybe the remnants access those imprints, read them like a needle in the groove of a record.
Don't. You don't have to do that. It's in the
got this suspicion, right? If we can just get the car to the mass hallucination source, what do we find that can prove your theory? It's worth a try, isn't it?
I'm tired of trying, Tobias. I've tried all my life, and it didn't go so well.
Look, I don't have one of those fancy degrees that you and Oppie have. The closest I ever got to science was wiping down your lab benches. But I saw the incredible things that you did with your research.
Yeah, well, Arda didn't think they were incredible.
I don't care about Arda. I believe in you. Always have.
I'm sorry. I can't. I can't do this with her. Oppie led the disciplinary committee that stripped my clearance and demoted me to a glorified intern. She sat there and decided how best to humiliate me. I never asked for anything. This one time I do, so I would never have to talk to Oppie again. You didn't listen. Your remnant was more important than what I wanted.
Francis, I didn't mean...
I've had enough.
That's... He'll come around. Sorry, driver. We'll see you back at the auto shop.
Okay. Guess I'm just going to the next gate then. What's the best way to do this? Like, this is a bit of a weird one to get to. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drive down this road, turn around, and come back to this one. So I need to go to about there. That way I'm on the road. I can go as fast as I want. For the most part, of course. And then, like, this place is starting to make it seem like the roads are now the better place to stick to. I don't know. We have a lot of dangerous areas to be driving through while on the road, though. Oh. That might prove a hassle. Hold on. No, just a truck sitting right across the road. And I'm not in a good spot either. Okay, let's have a look here. I guess then we're just go back here. Should be okay. Drive through all of this again. Don't have full throttle, so don't stay as in there as much as I could. All right. Go. Let's just not stick to the road this time. We might be able to just weave our way through. Bad. Thought it was a little steeper than that. Oh, but the storm is closing in quick. Yep, now we're in the storm. but we're... Oh. That was a bit of a bad hit. But we are here at this point. So, in we go. At a very slow pace. And the car is still intact. Got 4.4 unstable energy.
Interesting thing about that deep zone area you identified. I ran every coordinate in that area through the ARDA database, and what turns up? But access logs with entry records for Dr. K up through March 1963.
What? No, the doctor died in 1961. And then the lab accident.
So we were told. Then, I found access logs for both that deep zone site and Red Meadow. Years and years worth of activity.
Red Meadow Research Facility? But it was demolished the same year. After the structural damage caused by the... lied about that too, didn't they?
It appears so. The driver should give the Red Meadow ruins a visit. If Dr. K didn't die that day, I'd like to know what was keeping him so busy.
So would I, but... do we have time for this? We don't know how long the driver's got with that remnant.
And that's why we need this information. Whatever Dr. K was doing relates to all of this. It may be the key to what lies at the end of the road for the driver.
I... agree with you. God, I hate saying that.
Driver, I've marked the Red Meadow facility on your route planner. Head there whenever you're ready.
Alright. So, we made it back in one piece. I mean, that kind of has to go a little bit with the fact that there are pickpockets that pull the car apart. So yeah, all in one piece. We recovered the ones that were stolen. Some of it's a little bit damaged, you know? The hood, the back. You know, 27% fuel. We used up most of it on our trip. But, actually, is that just... Yeah, that's only of this one. Nope. That one's empty. Backseat tank is empty. Alright. Hold on. I think I cracked the door a few times driving around. Possibly, you know, when it flipped upside down. Might need to fix this a little bit. Fragile. Fix none. Interesting. But that is where I think I'm going to call it for the night. I will get to fixing up the car next time. Just have a look in here while I'm thinking about it. We only have 2 things that need to be fixed there. So maybe that won't be so bad. But yeah, next time we'll repair the car. We'll go out to, it looks like to the north this time. So, looks like I'm gonna have to unlock at least this place, possibly another, although it might lead directly here. So we might have to do like a couple of trips out next time. But anyway, like I said, I'm just gonna call that here for tonight. Hope y'all enjoyed it. Again, sorry that the streams aren't going as long as they used to. I have a lot of things going on at the moment. I'm just trying to stream as much as I can. But, yeah, hope y'all enjoyed it. And I will talk to y'all next time. Have a good night.